Hello and welcome. My name is James Rice from Mohawk Valley Community College, and today I'm joined by Kim Muschalek from San Antonio College, and we're going to discuss her upcoming topic for the summit, CyberCorps Scholarship for Service Program, the expanding role of community colleges. Kim, welcome. How are you today?
Hi, thank you. Thank you. I'm doing great.
Good. And I wanted to just kind of say right up front with this particular topic that there were definitely a handful of topics that are being covered at the summit that, I kind of knew a thing or two about. It's maybe some I've heavily researched, some I've just sort of followed on the peripheral. And this is definitely one I'll happily self-identify that this is one I don't pretend to know a lot about. So I was wondering, maybe just for everyone, could you give a little bit of the history, the background, the flavor? What is this all about? What are you trying to accomplish? And kind of fill us in on that.
Sure, James, thank you. Well, the CyberCorps Scholarship for Service program began in 1998 as a way of making a dent in the lack of employable people to fill those cybersecurity jobs. So it began at the PhD level, and we were trying to expand by paying students to attend a college. So the CyberCorps Scholarship for Service program will pay a stipend, a living stipend to students to attend college. So it started at the PhD level, and that was a success. But then we decided, or then the National Science Foundation expanded it to include students getting a master's degree in cybersecurity. After that, that was a success. Then they decided to include bachelor's degrees. So that group was included. After that, then they decided to do something called the Pathways program, which is to start at a community college for 1 year and then transition those students to a 4-year university to get a bachelor's degree. So this is a whole new direction. It began in 2008, and we are part of a pilot program, a 3-year pilot program. So to incorporate this into the community college and include those community college students. The only requirement for those community college students is that they have either already come to us with a bachelor's degree in any other field, or they're a transitioning veteran. So those were the two qualifications to qualify for this program. So in the community college level, they get their associate's degree, and they're going to get a stipend of $25,000 a year. They have all their tuition, their textbooks, and some professional development money to use. So that being said, this is once again a pilot program, and we're hoping that it's a success.
So now, just to be clear, when you say we, you mean San Antonio College?
3 different models were funded by the National Science Foundation. The first model was the singular institution, and that is San Antonio College, and myself I'm the PI for that grant. The other model was a collaborative model where 3 colleges went together, and they are all managing their own finances, but they are all pooling their resources together. And then the third model that is in the pilot program is one community college is in charge of all the finances and all the governance, and then they recruited 5 colleges to participate in the program. So some different ideas on how to do things, and National Science Foundation has decided to take a look at those and just see which one or more than one works the best. What the ultimate goal is to educate community college students and place them in a cybersecurity role. So students are expected in this program to get their degree, get any required certifications, and then to be placed in a federal job after that. So if there were these community college students have 2 years of education and expenses paid for, so they will be required to work in a federal job for 2 years as repayment for their stipend and their tuition and their books.
Mm-hmm. I mean, but just kind of quickly reflecting on some of the things you just mentioned, I think it's really interesting to observe the pattern, how it started at the PhD level and it has literally just step by step worked its way all the way down to the community
Right.
college level, which to me kind of reflects the whole cyber professional market in general, right? Like
Right.
we need
Well,
more people top to bottom.
according to CyberSeek, right, there are 500,000 jobs unfilled at this moment. We cannot keep up the pace. We cannot educate enough students. So we're thinking by reaching down to the community college that we can reach more students. Some of the advantages of being in a community college is, one, our students are a little bit older. We don't have the fresh out of high school students. So they have experience as students, maybe veterans. They've got military experience that are coming to us. So by requiring them to have the bachelor's degree, they know how to get a degree. And if they're veterans, they've worked, they've got that maturity level. And also community colleges are cheaper. We're much cheaper than a 4-year university. So that we are hoping is another benefit to the nation overall, is we can educate more students for less cost. So our student population is very diverse. San Antonio, we are predominantly Hispanic minority students, so we have that added benefit in this area. So any community college has a very diverse population. So, and community colleges are, we have a lot more community colleges in the country than you might think. Number of community colleges across the country is about 1,000. So we have those, that's public community colleges, and then there are private community colleges and some tribal community colleges. So we are in the areas that the students are, we can reach out to them. Students can work. Most of our students do work. They're not full-time students, so they can work, get their education, and move on. So,
and I also find that really interesting how what was it, the NSF isn't just taking a single model approach, right? They're trying a few things to see what's going to happen, to see what's going to work. And
yeah, this is a pilot program, and at the end of the 3rd year, we will report out, and we have evaluators that are taking a very close look at everything we do and how we're doing it to see which works. The evaluators are collaborating across the 3 models, and we're going to come up with some of the best practices so that we can move forward, and hopefully this will be funded for other community colleges. So right now it's just limited to our small group, but the eventual goal is to offer this to other community colleges across the country, and decide which one is going to work the best.
So kind of having said that, it's a pilot. There's a few different ways. Where are we in this process? So if I'm just a cyber faculty in upstate New York here, and I want to keep my eye on what's happening to see, it might be coming to an area near me.
Right.
We're early 2021 right now. What does the future look like for you?
Well, I believe the National Science Foundation is going to report out to Congress in early 2022. So for now, we will all come to a close at the end of this year. And then hopefully Congress will see the value in this process and will fund for the future. So watch the National Science Foundation for any requests for proposals, any announcements on this, and see if you are interested in cybersecurity education and you want to continue this process, then watch for those requests for proposals.
Right. And here we are, we're in January, early in the year.
Right.
So by the time the summit comes around, you'll have an update for us?
Will be done. Yes, absolutely. My students will all graduate in May. Then they will have a year with the help of OPM to find their federal job. Students are told up front they might have to move. So, they might have to move to the DC area to get those federal jobs. We hope we can find them something here in the San Antonio area, but that is told to them. They will have to get a background clearance as well. So and hopefully we will have a better idea of who has been hired and who is working. Like I said, they have a year after they graduate to get that job.
Mm-hmm. Well, hey, thanks for the quick preview and the intro. And obviously, like I said, by the time fall comes around, Kim, we can't wait to hear more to see how things are.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's a very interesting topic, and it's been my life for the last 3 years. So I'm ready to talk about it. So I hope that we can see you at the summit.
All right. Thanks, Kim. Have a nice day.
Thank you.